My name is Bernd, and today we're launching Neo.
What in the little big planet? Why does the man look like the robot? Like at first I couldn't tell which one was which. That is a long neck. Good. Is he real? Why does he look AI? I'm so sorry. You can't tell nowadays. Or it's getting harder to. What if he's not here? What if this person is like completely fictional and he's just there to launch the product, but he's not actually a real person and the robot's more real than he is? The robot looks like he doesn't want to be here. The robot's like, shit, it's happening. I'm being sold as a slave.
And today, we're launching Neo.
Wait, like Neo from the Matrix? Could we be any more on the nose?
Our humanoid for the home.
Neo, the robot, Nini.
So my friends, it has begun. And I can say with all honesty, if you want those things to fly off the shelves, there's only one thing you need to do. I do understand the consternation though, because they don't want the consumers to feel threatened that they're too human and that they're gonna replace humans. We're not there yet. So they gotta break them in really easy. But seriously, just make them look like this and they will start flying off the shelves. Every shape and size and color. Yep, that's all we need. Birth rates in full, record-breaking, everlasting, pummeling decline. Because they're already going there. You know what's great for the birth rates? Robots that people are inevitably going to try and breed with, even though they can't. And it's not the guys that we have to worry about. Because I think the way that guys work, even if they have a robot at home that looks like a very fresh piece of baked bread, you think they're gonna pass up real, in the moment, hair-grabbing, wet, boneless parmesan? No, they're not. The women are the ones you have to worry about. Like, you know when women have a hard time with men finding things attractive in gaming? It's because they're projecting so freaking hard. The women are bigger gooners, I would say, than even guys are. They're just more quiet about it. And God only help us when the robots not only have choose your customizable size, flesh-colored cucumbers, but God help everybody. God only help those freshly aching, ever-wanting, death-defying, engorged and flushed wombs if the robots all start looking like this. And then the robots can also like go online and program exactly how to please a woman, learning her body and what she likes and responding to it because the AI is that good. And all the woman needs is to just lie there, you know, like they do, like we do sometimes. Imagine if they all turn out looking like Silas from Love in Deep Space and, you know, she's like, I could just lie here and I don't even have to like F you back or anything. Oh, that's perfect. Why would we need, to be honest, why would guys need girls? Why would girls need guys? And then the guy can help you with your chores to basically have a freaking love-making slave. Like, that's what people really want. The minute that we get this, humanity's already gone. The birth rates are already in the toilet. All this is gonna do is ensure that they go way beyond the threshold of what the bottom of the barrel is for hell. If there is a floor in hell, these robots starting to look like every male or female character in an anime or a manga, yeah, that's going to ensure that it's going to find that floor in hell, break through it, and just keep falling, never to return. It's going to be an endless black hole of humanity's decline.
But safe doesn't mean limited. Neo's hardware comes packed with features like human-level dexterity and a 55-pound carrying capacity so that
What if the robot... What if people start like touching it inappropriately? You know how human beings are. They're gonna do things just because. Look at it. They made it look like Little Big Planet just enough so it doesn't look uneasy to human beings. They recognize it's a robot that makes people a lot more disarmed. What if they start feeling it up? And the most creepy part about all of this is for it to understand what it's doing, it needs to be hooked into some kind of cloud. And it has cameras. Who's to say that the providers for this robot aren't spying on you inside your home? We already have that problem with their phones as it is. You don't think this thing is going to be watching, knowing every inch and corner of our house, what people are talking about, looking through their panty drawers? This is a nightmare ready, preparing to unfold. I love it. I don't love, you know what I mean? Like every movie from the dawn of freaking time has been prepping us for this. Like I literally just watched a movie called Tim. And I thought it was going to go in a completely direction. I thought it was going to go in some kind of like romantic angle, and it kind of started going there. And I'm like, ooh, I could see the romantic angle from this. And then it turned into a freaking nightmare. There's like only one way that things go whenever you have AI movies or shows, like unless it's like Sec Unit from Murderbot. But yeah, there's only one way that this goes. What if it gets hacked? What if someone hacks into the robot and they're like, ooh, titties? Like, you know what I'm saying? What if women use the robot to spy on their husbands when they're not home? People, we do not have enough privacy. How can we make the world better? Take away more of it.
Box, the core of your experience is fully autonomous. The chores feature lets you schedule a time for your Neo to do all of your chores so you can come back to a cleaner home every day.
I like how when people, they invent robots with artificial intelligence and the first thing that comes to mind is, how can we make it service and do our chores for us? Not go out there and plant trees and rescue animals. No, do our chores. We can't own people now. Nothing that says we can't own things that kind of sort of look like people. It doesn't have feelings. I like how they made the body of the thing white, you know, so people don't get upset, but then they just had to make the face dark. Like, that was a weird design choice. Why? The dirtiest part of the robot is understandably gonna be the hands and the feet and the rest of its body. So why is the face a dark complexion?
A cleaner home every day. With the AI companion feature, you can talk to your Neo to get assistance with anything from a hard question to a household task.
Notice how it doesn't have a mouth? People are like, aw, it has no fun holes. Don't worry, we'll make one. I would not be surprised if you go over to some friend's house and the robot has a hole in the face, or it's like taped over with duct tape or something. I'm telling you, you want to challenge people to see how resourceful humans are? Give them something and leave them with it alone long enough that's slightly humanoid, and they will find a way to make the parts fit.
With Neo's autonomy, you can get access to all of its latest AI features to get help with tasks on demand. And the Neo app lets you interact with your Neo from anywhere. But all you have to do to get started is turn on your Neo and introduce yourself.
Would you like me to help you, Mrs. Pratty?
You're washing my husband's underwear. I think you can call me Maggie.
Oh, bitch, I think we both know I'm doing a lot more than that. There go the marriages. Real talk, guys. If you are in a relationship and your girl allows you to have a really hot robot fully functional like this, would you allow her to also have her male counterpart of that? Granted, the robot can be a lot prettier than her, but her guy robot or counterpart has to be a lot hotter than you and have a way bigger Johnson than you. Would that be okay? Would you be okay with that? Knowing you could have your version. What if she gave you two and then she gets to have the one? Would you allow her to? I just want to see what the future holds and how many drama-induced content is going to come about people cheating with their robots on their significant others. But is it cheating if it's an inanimate object?
Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Harry. When you have a question or want something done, just let me know.
Harry's like, I'm taller than you, dude. They made it 5'6" on purpose, so it's not. Can you imagine if these things came in 6'4" height? I don't know why that's so funny to me. I'm just imagining people unboxing it and they're like,
oh shit.
but I bet you that customization will come later. Is she looking at it like she's thinking, would you stop? I know what you're thinking. I see where your eyes are going. I see what your mind is doing. No, I'm not projecting. We are all thinking it. Stop giving it your eyes. It can't see you. You're probably looking at the tech support right behind it that now knows the layout of your house and what your wife looks like when she undresses and what you look like when you make that face when you're by yourself doing your me time. People are gonna get hacked. There's an even darker one. What are these color choices? What is this? White, extra white, dirty white? Like, what? Whoever designed this must have been a tech guy, I swear. And also, honestly, just me, I would not have chosen white. I know they're trying to make it unassuming and non-threatening. You couldn't choose beige? That would have been a great middle ground, providing that this thing is going to be going around and getting itself dirty doing your chores. Why would you choose white and make it cloth? Can you take these off and wash them? Can you give it clothes? They want to make it soft, that's fine, but don't give us a robot that's supposed to do all your literal dirty work. Oh no, I just thought about something. Do they have hands?
I need fucking hands.
Where are her hands?
Okay, it's got feet. Oh, it's got a gripper. Oh, it's got the freaking Rubber 9000, the ultimate tactile Westworld precursor. You already know what people are going to use for this. Can you give me a hand, Neo? Of course.
I'd be right happy to.
You give your Neo a list of chores, you schedule a time that you want them done so that you can focus on what matters to you while your Neo does the rest.
And while the company and organization memorizes the layout of your house, potentially all your details, listens to your conversations, knows how your wife sounds when you're at work, when the robot's helping her with her chores. I know it seems I'm a bit pessimistic here, or optimistic, depending on the way that you spin it. But am I wrong? Is this not what humanity usually ends up doing?
Chores by either talking to your Neo or using the app. The way it works is you schedule a time that works best for you, and then you create a list of chores. Whether it's something more specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house.
What if it falls in the pool? Is this thing costs like $20,000, $30,000? What if it slips and falls into the pool? Can it swim? Can it get itself out? What if one of the members, okay, this is not funny. I'm sorry, it's the way it's happening in my head. It's so not funny, and I don't want people to think that I'm a freaking psycho. What if you have a child? Or like... It's like a 5-year-old kid, and he falls in the pool, and he's like drowning, and you know, people when they're drowning, they don't speak, but let's just say he's like, help! And he manages to say that, and the robot's just standing there on the side of the pool like, I don't know that command. What would you like me to help you with today? It's just standing there watching the child in the pool. Does it go and get help? Does it know to dial 911? Can the AI recognize if someone's in danger? What if someone breaks in to the house when the wife is there and the husband's away? And then the freaking robber is just grabbing her from behind, and the robot's just like, oh, look at that. Oh, well, I'm gonna continue going over here and emptying the dishwasher. I think that's the part that's gonna make people, that's gonna make them feel like, okay, you know, should I sue the company or not? The company's excuse is, yeah, see, we made this to supply you with assistance for your chores, not to save you from getting your cavity scooped out by someone that you didn't approve of, who's inside of your house that you didn't invite. That's not our responsibility. That's not in our occupational roster.
More specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house. Your Neo will get it done at the scheduled time. If there are any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously, you can use expert mode to have an expert from 1X supervise the session and provide corrective intervention to help Neo complete any task.
Look, as my husband said, and I totally agree with him, if that is required, then your robot's not ready to be launched. It's bad enough that you're gonna have some automaton in your house that you know has cameras in its eyes that the people who built it can, oh dear, there's a black one. I mean, he looks badass, but can you imagine waking up and seeing this standing in your hallway walking towards you? That's gonna scare the shit out of people. I don't think the black option was a good idea, in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, people are already gonna be uneasy about this. And unless they're super rich people who aren't worried about someone breaking into their house because they're either so rich that they can pay to have you disappear, or they could just easily replace all their stuff, most people aren't gonna be down with that. It's different, you know, the phone's there, whatever, but now there's someone who you're like asking to take over and see the inside of your house. Now, yes, if you had a housekeeper, that would be the same thing. I completely understand that. Unless you have a live-in nanny, you wouldn't have to worry all the time about this thing listening in on your conversation and possibly hooking up to your network and seeing all of your sensitive information. All it boils down to is people are going to have to end up trading more of their privacy for comfort. And at that point, wouldn't it just be better to just, I don't know, keep the house clean?
I can't seem to find my glasses. Is this paprika?
No, that's cayenne pepper. Also, your glasses are on your shirt.
Why are they doing the Zoom sounds? What is this, the freaking chair company? Is this real? I think it's real. I do think it's real. It's just, I don't know why I find this so freaking funny. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at these videos, but I'm just laughing my ass off. This whole presentation, I know they're not meaning it to come across that way, but it's hilarious to me.
Could I use this in my chili?
They're both made from chili peppers, and you could put cayenne in your chili, but it is much spicier.
What if the robot's like, I know you can't see very well, but you know what? That's not spicy enough. If you want a real kick, put all of it in your food and serve it to your wife who's handicapped, and then feed her very slowly. What if someone hacked these things and then tried to use it as like terrorism against people? That would be horrible, but you know whenever you have these things, that's what everyone's thinking. You can't blame me. That's what the media is full of. All the movies show these things happening, all the possibilities of it. And I think it's a good thing because it tells us what could happen and how to prepare for that. But are these companies preparing for those scenarios and hypotheticals? What if one of these things glitches and it makes a mistake and picks up the newborn baby thinking it's a pack of towels or something and puts it in the washer? With this being first gen, I don't think I trust the tech enough to even take that chance, even if I was okay with the invasion of privacy.
Neo is a speech-enabled AI companion made for any kind of conversation. Where other AI assistants are confined to your phone or computer, Neo lives with you in your physical space and has the ability to see, hear, and remember things about your surrounding environment to provide you with uniquely helpful assistance.
Is it going to operate like the Ring camera, like when it sees a crime, even though it didn't help to protect its owners? If the police ask it questions about said crime, will it start doing the whole Dexter bit and break down what it saw? How long does it keep that catalog in its memory? What if it says something it shouldn't say? Like, what if your husband's at home privately? The wife comes home and she's like, "Hey, Neo, is my husband home?" "Yep." "Did you make sure he took his medication today?" "Oh, definitely. I made sure he took it right after he came home from your next door neighbor's house." "Oh, your next door neighbor, she was here too." "Why was she here?" "I don't know. I mean, I would ask her, but her mouth was full with your husband's cough." "Have a great day." What?
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Like, I'm just curious how much of this robot is going to know to mind his business. You know what I mean? What if husbands and wives use this to like spy on each other if they're cheating? What if they try to use the robot to help them cheat? What if both the spouses are cheating and they both tell the robot, "Hey, don't say anything to my significant other," and the robot's like, "Okay, both of you have asked me to keep this a secret from each of you. Is there anything I can help you with?"
For example, it can suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice. The gestures and the light rings express Neo's intentions. Its audio intelligence can also pick up on whether you are addressing it or
It looks so fucking stupid. Bro, I can't do this anymore. It's the way they're looking at it. Okay, you know what? I think I need to go to sleep. I think I'm freaking tired. Man, this past week I've only been getting like 3 hours of sleep. I think it's starting to catch up to me because this is breaking me. Oh my god. Look, what do you guys think? Are you excited? I don't even know how to feel. I think this is nothing. I think people are gonna be freaking bored. They're gonna be like, "Ah, whatever." And then the big titty version's gonna come out, and everyone's gonna be like, $20,000 is cheap. Are you kidding me? I honestly think that's when they're gonna start flying off the shelves. You'd think men would be the biggest consumers of this. Maybe so, but I guarantee you it's probably gonna be women. I swear to God, the women are probably gonna outsell or outbuy the men. Anyways, if you guys want to check out more of this robot, go to, what are they related to Elon? What kind of name is this? 1X Tech? At least they didn't give it the name of the other robot. The one that for some godforsaken reason, they decided to give it the initials that literally spell out foe. I have no idea if this was a parody or this was another real robot that they were trying to go with. Maybe not the best choice of words, letters, whatever. I don't know about this design, but it looks like it's gonna crush some heads or something. Looks like something that you'd hire to do a hit on someone who you don't like. But it's so funny how we're down the AI rabbit hole so badly that people will just look at stuff like this and be like, "Oh, look, robots." Anyway, I needed that laugh though. Good luck out there.
Give me a smile.
Shut the fuck up.